Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. I got a new letter from NATLAN. Looks like the situation has changed again. Take it easy. Add Astra. Thank you for
The Fortress of Meripede would be super scary. You've got a set schedule, guaranteed food and board, and you can even buy all kinds of stuff with... Oh, you mean Wriothesley? Well, he does look kind of intimidating. He's actually... Paimon wonders how he's like with the people here. Do they also get the same guy? Yeah, he must be doing something right to maintain order.
Excuse me, did I hear something?
Huh? Paimon...
Excuse me, is someone pass...
Nope, Paimon wasn't dreaming. There's someone over there for sure. But Paimon doesn't see anyone.
Oh, did you hear my call? Thank you so much.
You're inside. Why are you hiding in here anyway? If we hadn't happened to pass by...
It's a bit complicated. Can we not talk about that for now?
Whoa, that's...
No, it...
Just your hat, huh? Wait, Paimon gets it! Something must have happened to your hair! Sorry. So, you just need your hat, right?
I think you may have misunderstood me, but it's a soft and brown. I think I probably lost it near the entrance elevator. It was getting a bit hot. It's really important.
Don't worry, we'll... Paimon doesn't see anything here. Well, let's go somewhere else. Just where is that thing? Oh, this is taking... Nothing in the water either. Oh, we've looked everywhere and still not seen anything. Huh, that's a good idea. Why don't we check out the Rag and Bone Shop? If memory serves, they got all kinds... You know what, Pun? Well,
Take it easy.
Paimon doesn't remember you being the boss.
Well, now just wait a sec. A blonde foreigner dressed all in white, accompanied by a glade. Oh, you must be the legendary traveler and their companion.
No! Well, you're half right. Paimon's the traveler's treasured companion, sure, but she's not some flying...
Sorry, I never thought I'd get the chance to see you with my own eyes. I hope you find it in your magnanimous heart.
There's no need to put yourself down like...
Why, your heroic actions at Aeneas have long... We heard that you were personally received by His Grace when you made your way down, and you're one of His Grace's favorite people, so of course... Well, I'd figure you'd appreciate honesty over flattery. After all, I also only joined up here because I'd heard Mr. Alvo. And no, I've only caught scant sight of His Grace since then. I mean, we've all got agendas, but rather than trying to...
Oh, so now you're...
Well, I did mean it when I called you Oh, enough of that. Is there something you're looking for? No problem. Hey, feel free to check out anything you want.
Wait, but that's...
Well, it's not like life's been pretty good recently, so I might as well just waive your bill.
All right. Paimon will take a look.
Are you sure you don't want more?
It's all right. 2 will do. It just doesn't feel the same if the owner's offer... But anyway, we don't need to get into that right now. We can discuss Paimonology later. That poor guy must still be... Thank you so much. Well,
No problem.
that's a real sneaky way of getting good reviews. We've been gone a while. Paimon hopes that guy in the box hasn't passed out from lack of air.
Take it easy.
You can come out now. We found your hat.
You did? Oh!
Wait, so you're not actually bald?
I mean, I told you that there had... Wait, this is...
Well, we got you a new one. We tried really hard to look for your hat, but no dice.
Ah, I see!
Does it have some kind of set?
What? Sorry, I can't explain at the moment. Time's tight as well, so I suppose I'll keep looking for a while.
If you're looking for a hat, I just picked one up over here. Is it yours?
Your Grace!
Oh, hey, Wriothesley. It's been a while.
Well, it's a slow day today, so I decided to go for a little stroll. Even if your workspace isn't cramped, it's still good to get some air. I'll say, I'm not at all surprised to find the two of you here. You never could turn down someone's request for help.
It's what good adventurers do, after all.
Is that so? Maybe I should consider asking the Adventurers Guild to open a branch here. As I recall, these hats are very important to members of the Beret Society. Best you avoid misplacing it again, You might not have the same luck next time.
Understood. Thank you so much, Your Grace. Then I'll be off. Bye.
What a strange guy. Why did he care? Oh, and has he done something wrong? When he saw you...
Oh, not at all. In fact, members of the Beret Society are model prisoners. They work hard and never get into trouble. They've saved me a lot of work, in fact. As for him, I'd guess he's just more of an introvert. It's not unusual for the more shy prisoners to freak out when I show up unannounced.
Huh? Shy? There are prisoners who are afraid to talk to people?
Prisoners are still people, after all. There are as many crimes and motives as there are stars in the sky. The idea of the criminal as a selfish, heartless brute is just a stereotype. Such labels could never capture the complexity of even a single individual. What kind of a person a prisoner may be and why they've committed a crime, we'd never know these things if they don't share their story with us.
Huh. You've got a point. Anyway, it's all good as long as it makes sense to you.
Bacteria. It'll give us... And if you're still interested in the berets after that, I can take you to their usual gathering place as well.
Paimon's not the biggest fan of that cafeteria, but if we're gonna catch up...
All right then, please.
Welcome, Your Grace, and the Traveler. Would you like 3 orders of today's welfare meal? Unfortunately, we weren't informed of your visit in advance, so we didn't prepare any super deluxe welfare meals.
I'll pass on the food, then.
Then Paimon will also pass. Paimon will save her stomach for something better.
What a pity. It would seem that none of us can properly...
Then, I must beg Your Grace to find me some more ingredients, so I can come up with some more welfare. If you're not in the mood to eat, I can get you some drinks.
Yes, please? Huh. Paimon did...
It's not for everyone. Think of it as a special treat for VIPs.
Oh, now that's what Paimon likes to hear.
2 bottles coming...
Our first meeting took place on short notice, and we were both... I'm actually quite fond of stories, you know. Of course, the others have already...
Whoa. That'd be quite the long story.
Impressive. Not all who possess the courage to risk their life for their ideals also have the... Had you not possessed these remarkable qualities, I probably wouldn't have had the chance to make your acquaintance.
That guy we talked to earlier was obviously trying to get us to put in a good word for him, but you're the Duke, right?
Well, after all, you did help the fortress and I... Is it so strange that I would want to give a few words of praise out of genuine admiration? So this is a matter of trust. Which is unfortunate, since I don't have nearly as interesting of a... I was convicted and sent here at an early age. I only became the top dog after spending a long time figuring out its inner workings. Power and control come in many forms. Less so. So, what do you think? I'm perfectly aware of that too, but I would very much like to maintain friendly relations with you.
Your Grace, after following your instructions, we were able to find a box of undeclared... They were extremely well hidden, and we've confirmed that the senders have been using this method to smuggle...
Got it. Leave the box...
Yes, Your Grace.
Sorry, I'd almost completely forgotten about this.
She mentioned something about contraband. Are they like dangerous goods?
Not necessarily. The term is just applied to things people want to bring in on the sly. Many people here are experts at pulling rabbits out of the most ordinary hats. So, now, what do we have here? It's more...
Whoa, this is certainly a box of curiosities. Wait, if you've confiscated this entire...
Yep. We can't just send them back up now, can we?
What? But that's just insane profit! Traveler, why don't you become a duke as well? Paimon will be your vault...
Jokes aside, I didn't know you'd be so interested in this box. How about this then?
Really? You'll let Paimon pick anything? No takebacks. Paimon will have you know that she's got a real good...
I never joke about things like this.
Alright, Paimon's gonna have a look. Paimon wants... Actually, never mind. Paimon doesn't want this gem anymore. Can Paimon pick something else instead? There's something weird about this. Paimon couldn't even tune them out. It's as if the gem...
Is that so? Let me give it a try. Paimon's right. I too experienced some unpleasant flashbacks. Are you sure? I wouldn't exactly call it fair enough.
Are you okay, Traveler? You also saw some...
I'll take this gem then and run a thorough investigation on its prop.
Then... Actually, never mind. Paimon's gonna pass. Paimon was thinking about one of the snacks, but who knows if it'll also make Paimon sick.
You do have a point. In that case, seems like we're almost done with our drinks too. Let's go check. I can introduce you, and we can also...
Wait!
Just noticed? I wasn't exactly busy the first...
We are honored by your visit, Your Grace. All of us at the Society have been waiting for all these
Let me introduce you to them. Members can find all sorts of drinks and snacks here, as well as a large... Every once in a while, the Society will also host activity.
You flatter me, Your Grace. Oh, it's so easy to feel lonely and helpless when you arrive here for the first time. But that's when the thought came to me. If we could help everyone turn over a new leaf, they would no longer have to... Thus, it was with...
Oh, so you were also a...
My part in this was minimal. I'm sure you have a very good sense of what this place is about by now. As you know, not everyone takes their sentence serious, but the Society is a great place for those...
Exactly right. Here, we keep an eye on each other and remind each other of our goals. Everyone can focus on Our operations are entirely funded by members donated...
Who knew you could find such a place in the fort? Oh, right, and what's the deal with the hats?
There's nothing deep about it. I just felt if our members felt joy and pride from being a part of this group, and when we're together, we will feel a sense of community, optimism, community, hard work, and a desire for a new life.
In other words, that hat has come to represent something like a model citizen.
Once again, you are exactly right, Your Grace. That's a part of our goal. I'll ask the members to get us some drinks. Please, wait here just one moment. Feel free to look around, too, if you want to...
Oh, right. What happened?
Seems like I shouldn't underestimate an adventurer's keen sense of observation. I'll be... kidding, of course. We're just discussing some small matters. It shouldn't take long. We've also already gone over the organization's vision. Instead of listening to me try to explain some more, maybe it'd be better...
Feel like he didn't answer the question at all. Yeah, they're supposed to be like the... Hey, what are you doing over here?
Oh, hello. You are guests of the Duke, are you not? I'm organized. We've got some classics, as well as a few books that, yeah, Most of them are writing diaries, or some quit drinking. Some learned to tailor. Some became... We find it kind of funny. You see, had we managed to stay above ground, none of...
Ah, it's because you all...
Not only that, but we've also now got the mental space to think about taking on new things. With how the Duke and Mr. Dugier have organized our lives down here, though. You never know what you may be good at, and while you're here, no matter what you do, you won't get judged for it. After all, there's no need to conform to societal expectations when you're already...
So, this is...
Yeah, that's exactly right. After all, not everyone is good at fighting, or have... And that's it! I just finished organizing this shelf as well, so feel free to check it out.
Don't worry, we...
Welcome to our gathering place.
Oh, it's okay. We're just taking a look around.
Well, that's not a bad comparison. It is my job to explain our event. I'm sure Mr. Dugier has already... Besides this space, which our members use to rest in, these rooms are open to all of our members. We want everyone to...
Wow, that's pretty cool. Do you have a restaurant?
Unfortunately, we don't. We started a collaboration with the cafeteria a while back, though, so they'll let us...
Yeah, Paimon can definitely see how it...
Yep, and that's exactly why we all think...
The Society is planning to host another event soon.
Ah, the one you mentioned to me before.
Hey, you there, newbie! Yep, I'm talking to you. Now, why don't you Ha! That's how I pump myself up every day. With one shout, you can release all the fatigue, resentment, and unpleasantness from your lungs. Why don't you also give it a try? Feeling shy? That's alright. Just remember to take a deep breath.
Alright, we've talked to everybody. That would explain why Wriothesley only had... Huh. It looks like they're starting to wrap up their...
Of course, Your Grace. I will...
Okay, then I don't have anything else to add. Oh, you're back. What did you think about this place? Now, note that your opinion will also affect my review of Dugier and the Society as...
Oh, wait, I didn't know they were also a part of... it's all right with me, though. I'm pretty confident about our...
Paimon thinks it's something anyone expected you to get a society going here of all places.
Ah, so it seems that you were able to get us...
The prisoners here all have very... Our needs are like violent beasts. If we can't face them properly, they'll grow restless. But if we can placate them, they lose their fangs. And they can even be converted into fuel for far noble... Which is why, in my opinion, learning to reconcile with oneself is the first step on the path to redemption.
You've hit the nail on the head, Your Grace. Before I founded the Society, I had met too many people who could not come, and I'm sure that a part of your support is rooted in your desire to help those people.
And Paimon thought everyone was enjoying life just fine.
Of course, that lifestyle is more than enough for some people in the fortress. For others, though...
Speaking of fighting, I'm not sure if you knew this, but even His Grace...
What? You fight in the ring?
Oh, I almost never need them.
Hey, isn't that the guy who lost his hat? What's wrong? Did you forget about us already?
Are you feeling all right? You are looking a little...
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
He's still as weird as before.
Dugier, do you know what's up with...
I'm also not too sure about that, as far as I recall. After all, it's my responsibility as the leader.
We'll leave him to you, then. Where were we before we got sidetracked? Oh, right, about that. You might have thought that I was joking, but in a place like that, everyone will use every... And when emotions run high, things often spiral out of control. That would be when I need to pull out my gloves to... Sometimes you might need more than just gloves as well. This pair of handcuffs has also come in handy quite a number of times. Oops.
Oh, isn't that awful gem? You're still carrying it with you?
Yeah, I kept it on me because of its special qualities. It won't affect me as long as I don't let it go.
Go on, you guys. Pick up the item for him. That gem shines with quite the dazzling light. I hope it hasn't been damaged. Your great...
It still looks good to me. Say, Dujier, have you ever seen a gem like that?
Never, Your Grace. Don't think I've ever been rich enough to afford.
I guess that's fair. We've already gone over most of the things that I wanted to talk about, so let's wrap up for the day.
Got it, Your Grace. Take care, everyone. I'll take you to the exit. Traveler, Paimon, it was an honor. I'm sure everyone would love it if you were to visit again.
Paimon doesn't think we made any plans.
Well, what's your opinion of the society now that you've taken a...
Paimon thinks it's pretty. Paimon doesn't remember exactly what you said, but wasn't it something along the line? There's only one potential problem. If the society does too good a job managing and rehabilitating its members...
But at this point in time, they're still reducing my workload by managing, and I wanted to see just how much they've managed to accomplish, and also get a sense of Dujier. I arranged for a meeting out of curiosity, but...
Dissonance?
I'm sure the Traveler has sensed it too. As expected, you also picked up. The whole truth is a bit complicated, so I'd hoped to take care of it in secret, but now, confrontation may no longer be of... Why don't you take this opportunity to check back on the gathering place? Just tell them if my hypothesis is correct, Dujier should, and with his watchful eye removed, you may well get a very different reception.
Can you?
I'm just following the most popular playbook in Fontaine. Investigate, obtain evidence, and then use the truth to render judgment. It's been so long since I got to watch a performance at Opera Epiclese that I'd even begun to miss. I'll explain everything to you later. Find out what you can from them now while they're all in one place.
Then what?
Good question. What should I do?
Wait! So you're really just gonna make a... Huh. It's just as Wriothesley said. Seems like Dujier is no longer here. You said you felt there was something off about this place, right? So let's see if we can feel something. Paimon will do her best to help.
Wait, you guys are...
We're really sorry. We just realized...
Oh, okay.
Nobody? It's okay. There's no need to be nervous. We'll just look for it ourselves if none of you caught a glimpse.
I'll go find Mr. Dujier.
No need. We're just looking for some... We can look around for it, yeah? Are you still organizing the...
Yeah, and...
We weren't thinking about that to begin with.
Sorry.
Hey, hello?
Hello? How can I help you? The Beret Society offers a variety of resources and benefits to its members, and, I mean, you've already heard my spiel. I don't know anything beyond what I've...
You don't know...
Sorry, that's not what I meant. It's just...
Hey!
What do you...
Isn't this earlier?
Oh, yeah, that's right. You sure... I ate something earlier, so I'm falling into a... You're looking for something, you said? I didn't see it.
Okay, Paimon sees what you meant now. Seems like they really don't want to talk to us, so let's just head back.
Oh, you're back.
It was as if they had all turned into
The dissonance I mentioned earlier was precisely that fleeting moment of fear behind the cheerful facade.
Right. He was acting super... Actually,
And that's precisely why I took...
Oh, so... It was you all along!
It's because I wanted to figure out what's really going on. I don't believe any of Dugier's talk about unstable mental states. Not too long. Dugier made very elaborate preparations for my
Okay, but if you think something's wrong, why don't you aren't you the Duke? You can do whatever you want in this place.
Well, maybe you're actually a bit... In all seriousness, however, cuffs and the like should be used. Everything I do, and I've always striven to appear...
That sounds a bit deep. Paimon's not sure she got all of it.
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head. I have to lead by example if I want to... And that's why even though Dugier had already let a few things slip, I didn't want to turn on him without
Alright, so you're saying Dugier has figured out some... And even though the members are acting all optimistic and motivated, it's all just a shell.
Indeed. He certainly seems to be using some coercive methods to turn his members into the most upbeat and motivated group of people you've ever seen. I have some faith, though, that some of the members understood the hint. The line has been set, and it's quite likely that if...
Fish?
Let's give them some time. Mike, you can find me in my office when the time comes.
Hey! Don't just leave before you've explained... It's finally evening. Wriothesley's probably wrapped up his investigation. Paimon has no idea what that guy's thinking. Let's just go find him and ask him what he's really up to.
Oh, here you are. Did you manage to land...
Let's just get straight to the point, has it?
Patience, Paimon. Even as the situation... I'm actually still thinking about the first thing that came to my mind when I know... Why didn't anyone come...
Oh, that's a good point.
But even if such a thing existed, how could they be so sure without check... It'd be one thing if it was just one or two people, but... It seems like... Which leads me to believe that it's more likely that they think I just wouldn't care to help them. Yes, something like that. Dugier must have told them something to make them think I won't take their side. So it became imperative for me to refute that and prove my true stance. Of course, I had originally planned to do this in a more covert way, but I had to improvise. There was no way to keep our investigation a secret.
That makes sense.
The last thing that guy wanted was for Dugier to find out that he'd lost it. He would have never brought the matter up on it, but now, not only has Dugier found out that he'd lost his hat, he's also realized that we were the ones who found it. That likely set his internal alarms off all at once. Yes, that's the conclusion I came to as well. It's the only thing that could explain... If we didn't act right then and there, Dugier would probably come up with some other way to hide the truth, and so after giving the matter some thought, I tossed that black gem onto the ground. I must say, I was pretty...
So you did that on...
Yes, that's right. Of course, that box was discovered as part of our I had no way to know if any of the members had actually seen the gem before, but since I had to do something, I decided to gamble. Right. And I said back there that I had no idea what the gem represented. And since I was traveling with you, heroes who have never turned up, they would also understand that we're here to help, rather than to tolerate or uphold.
You used us as a part of your plan too!
My apologies. There was no time and quite a lot to explain, but I can assure you that I've now told you everything there is. Of course, you're under no obligation, but I would really appreciate it if... Would you be willing?
But Paimon's still mad at you!
You have my thanks. Now, There are still 2 outstanding matters in our investigation. The first, I've examined one before. The other is the true purpose of the Black Gem. We haven't been able to get... It's my hope that a brave fish will take my bait and venture outside of their dock. I'll put some music on while we wait.
Excuse me, Your Grace, but may I come in? I'm afraid that someone's been following me.
Please, do.
I apologize for my lack of composure. Yes, my lover Fasol told me all about you. Please, help us, Your Grace. He's in great danger right now.
Slow down, take a deep breath.
I'm sorry, Your Grace. I will try.
You mean when we saw him at the...
Yes, he fled immediately. But many members are hot on his heel. Thankfully, he still managed to meet up with me and explain now that he's lost Dugier's trust, what awaits him is agonizing censure.
Censure?
Censure is Dugier's method of establishing control. Rather than listening to me explain what it is, Your Grace. Every secret may be found within...
Here you are. I was wondering where you had run off to in such a hurry. Please excuse us, Your Grace. It was never our intention to disturb you like this. You see, she rambles often, has hallucinations. It may be best to...
I don't recall hearing a knock or giving permission for you to come in.
Oh, my apologies. I merely did not wish for Your Grace to be alarmed. Had I not been so focused on recovering her, I would have followed all the rules of etiquette to the letter. So please... Please, there's no need to be upset. It's only natural to...
Well then, what if the reasonable man wants to hear the lunatic out?
That would me. Oh, and just so you know, we've also found the missing Mr. Fasol. I had no idea why he was so upset about losing his hat. Thankfully, he has already returned to his senses. We've brought him...
I'm sorry, Your Grace.
This is what you're afraid of, correct? You can tell me everything. I'll do all I can.
I've never seen that thing in my life.
Your Grace, I don't think there's anything else she would like to...
It's all right, Avis. As long as you tell me what it is that you're terrified of. No matter what it is, it will know...
Your Grace! Forget it. I'll keep my mouth shut.
I'm sorry, Your Grace. But
what?
In that case, Avis and I will be off. Once again, please accept my apologies for disturbing your peaceful evening, Your Grace.
Miss Avis, please show me your head. That is an order. There's nothing there.
Your Grace, I know you have long tired of my words, but please believe me when I say you've merely let your worries get to your head. The Society has never caused trouble for you or any of the guards at the fortress. Why are you doing everything in your power to prove our guilt? What's wrong with the current state of... I'll do anything for you, as long as you give me the word. Why are you so...
Your words bore me. You know the consequences if I find you to be lying.
Everything that I do for the fortress of Meripede. But your grace is welcome to visit us in it. All right, Avis. Let's head back.
Just what's up with that guy? We should have shown him.
Sooner or later, all will pay the price for their arrogance. Oh, he must have been well prepared for this exact scenario, or he wouldn't have dared to be so openly hostile. All the more reason for us to be patient. The entire society are his hostages. His subordinates would definitely react if... And that's why he dared to bare his fangs right in front of me. The true secret of the society is neither on the hat nor on the members' heads. Dugier probably knew this from the very beginning, which is why he didn't panic. However, if we were to look at the rules, it would also seem like the head has to be the place where they're keeping all of their secrets.
Yeah, none of this makes sense to Paimon either. What are they trying to hide?
The hats are definitely being used to hide a secret. But if there's nothing on her head, why did Avis feel the need to remove her hat? From the way Dugier acted, he must have known from the beginning that we wouldn't be able to find... I need to think about this a bit more.
I have an idea, but...
Huh? What is it? Tell Paimon about it!
You mean this thing? So, she handed a key piece of evidence over to us without Dugier. That would mean that Avis didn't stay silent out of fear. She stayed silent. Let me take a look. I managed to remove this from the hair clip. It's long. Let's see.
Hey, what are you doing? Wait. Some kind of duck. And some of it has been absorbed by this thorny-looking thing.
You've probably heard before that water is filled with the strongest emotion. With that in mind, this liquid is...
Oh, so that's why even touching it will make you remember unpleasant things.
Dugier would be able to censure others. I can only imagine how it would feel to have this directly injected into... The moment it hits you would be like being flooded with all the terror, agony, desolation, and an overwhelming sense of
So, was the hat meant to cover up their wound?
That might not even be all. We can't let Dugier escape with all...
Take it easy.
Your Grace, we have taken the Society members into custody. They all tried to flee just a little while ago, as if they had received some... We decided to forestall their plan, and we're just about to send the word when...
Great work, everyone.
You had prepared for something like this, all?
I had them stay here to keep an eye on things, so I'm glad that my intuition... Perform a thorough search of the Society's headquarters.
Understood, Your Grace.
Now, let's check on them. As expected, they all have a hollow thorn inserted into a wound on their head.
Ooh! Paimon's glad her eyesight isn't so good that she can see it from here. Paimon's gonna float away for...
They probably left it there as a lasting reminder of Dujie's... These people must have had to endure an unimaginable... Let's go check out the other areas, too.
Hey, come here! Have a look at this! This is a book that Paimon found in a box next to the colors of the covers are completely different, though. And the names of the authors also don't match up. Yeah! And they dared to click...
Look at what I found. This is a surveillance port. With this, Dujier would be able to remotely... So even if Dujier's not there in person, he'll still always have eyes on the members. Indeed. It's easy to become lost and confused when you're... And if any action you take may be deemed a mistake. And Dujier has already...
Your Grace! Your Grace!
What's the matter?
We couldn't find any society members in the other areas. It also seems like the lime scale, the layers of dust. We also investigated the members' residences and weren't able to find anything. Their neighbors all...
Oh.
They're gone? That could only mean...
Indeed. As long as he allowed society members to mingle with others, even with threats of censure, Dujier knew that he couldn't stop all of his members from speaking out. Meanwhile, this marvelous gathering place will lose all of its value so instead of being his real base, this is just an elaborate performance. The rest areas, the fancy equipment, even the members that we saw. And only the most docile and well-trained members were selected.
But then... where...
Dujier must be holding all the rest of his members in another place. And if the overseer of my... He must be in Dujier's pocket. I'm of the same mind. Let's go.
Did that person...
That's the most likely scenario to me. He's probably already caught wind of Dujier's declaration of war against me, and has fled to seek his protection. Let's keep heading down. There are some abandoned areas in there. Since he needs space, we should be on the right track. Let's go. We can...
Look! There's a fallen guard over there! Paimon sees some society members too!
After them! Did Dujier send you?
Come on! It's time to talk!
I will take your cooperation into consideration when it comes time to...
But Mr. Dugier, he didn't want this guy to We were just about to dispose of him when...
So, in other words, your headquarters should be this way.
Yes, it's just down this way. You'll make it...
Guards, take them away. Let's go. It's about time that we find out what Dugier's really after.
What exactly is teamwork? What is the situation? You want me on your team?
There's so much space down here.
Yeah, these are all former work areas. There are usually guards on patrol. Stay sharp. He's...
Cryo incarnate! In your dreams! Unleash! Illusion shattered!
As one with wind and cloud!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Shine down!
A moment, please. Stay cool. Face your guilt.
Now you shall perish! There is no escape!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Windstrider!
I'm going in! Let's light it up! Do your master's bidding!
Hey, are you
You're safe now.
Who knew that there'd be Gardamex here?
And that would explain the strange decommission requests I received. Seems like he's prepared.
Hey, what's this?
Seems like some kind of handbook. Ah, this should be this. Members are not permitted to speak to each other or to leave without 5 members shall form a group, and the whole group will be punished for any single member's wrong. Anyone who reports a fellow member's misbehavior. I see.
But that's just...
To obtain food and water, prisoners are forced to snitch on others, and in the process cause pain. To avoid punishment, they learn to stop talking with one another. This leaves the wounds they've already received to fester, however. And so resentment builds until finally, isolated and without hope, they accept their fate. Do you remember what happened to Paimon? She rejected all the snacks in the box. She's usually all for tasty snacks, but she chose to go against her instinct.
Ugh, is that the best example you could come up with?
No, your decision was valid. However, it's also valid to interpret that the human heart is like a raft in a vast and empty ocean. We convince ourselves that we're in control, but in truth, a single wave. Those who use fear to lead others astray must pay for that crime. If I'm not mistaken, the space ahead should be the central area of the... Rather than confront Dugier, I think it's more important right now. You guys should wait here. We'll try to open the door and check out some others.
Open the door. Would we have to do... Forget it, Pirate's just gonna do... Whoa! It's turning! Is it because we touched this thing? Look, the other side's open! Let's go.
Illusion shattered!
Obey!
There is no escape!
Adventure time!
work! Let's light it! Shine down! Torn to oblivion! Clouds high. The birds call!
Get a little chilly. Don't away now.
As one with wind and cloud! Wind strike!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light manifest! Illusion shattered! Ha! By ordinance divine! Now you shall perish!
It's so high! We're not gonna have to climb all the way up, are we?
Activate the mechanism in front of us first, just like before. Let's see if that changes anything.
Ooh, the water level's gone way up! So that's how we'll make it to the top.
Shine down! Obey!
Wind strike! Clouds high. The birds call! Fine.
I'm going in!
These should be the prison cells. Lots of empty cells in here. Dujié.
Let's still rescue the ones who got left. Hey, it's all right now. You can
No. So close to me.
No, we're not gonna do.
We won't be able to get through to her right now. I'd also guess there are many others here who are more or less like her. Let's let the guards...
door's open. Huh. Maybe it's His Grace. I'll go take a look.
I leave this area to you. Make sure to bring
Understood. And please take care as well, Your Grace.
Mm-hmm. Just focus on the... Let's go back. That mechanism from the first room. Maybe we'll also need to hold it... Don't forget to bring these along.
The guards from the Fortress of Merip...
A word of advice, don't break the law. Huh. Is there anything else? Yeah, seriously, don't break the law.
I must confess to being furious. Remember their names. Fasal and Avis. They've betrayed you, betrayed us. And today you will see with your own... Go on, Avis. Pierce, of course. You will do it one drop at a time. Let it do its magic again, and don't stop.
Fasal, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll find a way to endure.
Oh, shut your wretched mouths! My rules are the paramount law of this place. Only more pain will come to those who...
That's enough, Dugier. Your rabid screams have been beyond nauseating.
Is that His Grace?
Oh, Wriothesley. I knew you would come, but I didn't expect you to be so quick. Must you still refuse to let me be? Did I not spell everything out for you already? What's so blasphemous about sharing a slice of the cake with me when...
It would seem that you can't see the difference between sharing and looting. And on top of that, look at your people. Are they not starving as you wolf down your cake?
You stop acting all high and mighty like some hero of justice! Have you forgotten? Nobody in this blasted fortress is innocent! We are all irredeemable monsters who have destroyed something that others... What's so wrong about punishing those who deserve to be punished? And please, are you really gonna tell me that you care about their lives and well-being when you just need a supply of labor to keep this place running? Is it that all you need to keep your cushy life?
Sadly, you're wrong on both counts. Unlike you, I've never seen them as currency. The fortress is not only a place for confinement, but also a place for rebirth. Just as people are free to give in to the darkness within their hearts, they are also free to seek redemption and a new beginning. Our bodies have limits, but our spirits will always remain free. They may have made mistakes, but they are still human beings with people and things that they cherish. And most importantly, they should always retain the freedom. But you're destroying their spirits with fear, taking their freedom away so that they'll become slaves who will never... And you say that's what they've always deserved? You are nothing compared to them.
He's really mad.
You think me arrogant, Wriothesley? Well, I think you're too young and naive. You understand nothing of this world. Nobody actually sees this fortress as any kind of just a wonderful place. See it for what it is. A dumping ground of pain and misery. No prisoner will listen to you out of gratitude of their hearts. The whip is the only way to make them obey. Had you been just one step slower, I would have already taken your vision gives you strength. But how long will it hold?
You talk big, but in the end, you know nothing outside of power and control. In that case, let me give you a small taste.
There is no escape! Oh.
Have a safe trip. Let's begin.
Inazuma shines eternal! Huh? Yeah. Why do they never miss?
As one with wind and cloud!
Wind strider! That hurts!
Time to...
Don't run away now.
Shine down! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Clouds high, the birds call!
There is no escape! Now you shall perish! Cryo Incarnate! Unleash!
Get a little chilly.
Illusion shattered!
Fallen leaves, adorn...
I'm going in! Let's light it up! Wind strike! Manifest!
If you think fear can control everything, well then, terrify me.
Don't high road me. You're just another crook. And it's time you got treated like one.
What's the matter? Too scared to shoot straight?
I'm warning you. Unauthorized punishment and torture are prohibited here. As the Duke, you should set an example.
Funny how that slipped my mind. Well, from this point on, you can forget about that rule. The rules of the fortress are there to keep the likes of you in check. But if the Duke wants somebody dead, he needs no justification. Understood? Sorry for taking so long.
No, not at all. Paimon didn't know you were so considerate.
If you ask me, I'd say I could comfort and compensate them all I want, but I have to take responsibility for it. As does the fort. Yeah.
So, do you have a...
Oh, Dugier? For now, I think I'll...
Huh?
I think it's a very fitting punishment for him to have to imagine the sorts of punishments that will soon... He'll be left in the dark with regards to both the dates and the details of it. Sorry for taking so long.
No, not at all.
If you ask me, I could comfort. I have to take responsibility for it. As does the... You're right. Besides formal apologies and reprimands...
So, do you have a plan for how you're gonna...
Oh, Dugier? For now, I think it's a very fit... He'll be left in the dark with regards to both the dates and the details of his punishment. Of course, that's not to say that I'll be letting him off scot-free. It's not often that I actually get the chance. I'm going to talk to the members of the society. He'll get a chance to experience everything.
Paimon didn't know you could also be so harsh. Looks like she should watch her tongue when she's around you and...
Why do you think I'd do that kind of thing? Anyway, jokes aside, how about this? I'll treat you to a meal in 2 days at the coupon cafeteria. Don't worry, it won't be the same old welfare meal.
Oh, then you've got...
That activity serves no purpose whatsoever. Shine down!
It's time to pull the trigger.
All right, team, let's move it out!
Where are we headed this time?
you're here.
Paimon never forgets about meals. Even if the traveler forgets, that's not what Paimon meant.
I'm a little confused, actually.
Hey, not you!
Jokes aside, I've got some good news. After taking a look, the doctor, which means that everyone should be able to recover after a period. As for their mental recoveries, most are making good progress as well.
You sure got everything.
I try my best. After all, it's my duty to take care of everything that happens within my territory. Please, go ahead. That's a bit of a long story. I once had a similar experience. I was an orphan, adopted by a couple with a great deal of love in their hearts. I had many siblings, and we all adored each other. Once we were older, Mom and Dad would turn us over to be individually adopted by families of greater means, and go on to adopt more young children. They were perfect parents. Or so I thought.
And then?
And then, I found out we were merely raised as livestock. Once we had reached a certain age, our parents would bring us to the market for sale. All children that were sold would leave the house, and nobody would know what became of them. As for those who didn't sell, they were merely disposed. Did you know I once considered myself an extremely lucky child? And all of my friends, all of my siblings, I was also not the first to find out about the truth. All those who found out before me were I could never shake the feeling of irony every time I juxtaposed their tragic ends against our parents' adoring smiles. Yes, like the society, my parents created a facade of joy, lied to satiate their desires, and even employed incredibly cruel methods. They did all of that, but never considered how their actions would utterly ruin all the children they took under their wing. But I did. So in the end, I killed them and set all of the remaining children free. I was convicted for my crimes and exiled to the fortress of... My methods were extreme, yes, but I was still a teenager at the time. I'd been betrayed by those I trusted most, and I didn't think my doubt and helpless anger pushed me forward until I got what I deserved. It's all right. You don't have to tell me what you think. The least I can do is to make sure that the same tragedy...
Sorry to disturb you, everyone.
Oh, it's a visa.
It was all because you arrived in time.
We came here on impulse today, because we were hoping that you'd be able to lend us a hand.
Please, go on right ahead.
It's... I'd like to be wedded to Avis here at the fortress.
You're getting married?
Yeah. We met each other through the society and both fell into... But even during our time there, we never doubted each other. And after this incident...
You could say we managed to make the best out of a bad situation. He didn't, but we're still both prisoners. And so we are just wondering, is our request a bit...
You're right in that the fortress has never hosted a wedding before. But that's no reason to say no, is it? I'll help you make the arrangements. If you need anything special shipped in from the surface, just say...
We are actually also planning to...
Yeah, we've already made tons of special and we have full confidence in the fortresses.
Your trust is the...
Hey, loosen up a bit. Shouldn't you be the happiest man in TEYVAT to hear that people would like to stay of their own free will?
Yeah, I'll always take a genuine expression of faith over any
What?